For years, I thought the problem was that I wanted the pie or junk food. That was the issue, right? If I could just not want it, well, then I'd be fine. But that never worked. Because the minute I wanted something, another voice would jump in and say, "You can't have that. You're on a diet," or whatever. And just like that, the war was on. Now, I don't know about you, but the minute I told myself I couldn't have something, it suddenly became the most important thing in my life. I mean, I didn't even want the dang pie or chips, whatever, 5 minutes ago, but now I'd consider driving across town in my slippers for it. That's what no does. No doesn't solve anything. It creates urgency. It creates panic. It creates that feeling of, well, I better eat it now before I can't. It creates a war inside. No, but I want it. No. So I stopped saying no. And that was the beginning of everything changing. Now, this is the part that surprises people. When I say I stopped saying no, I don't mean I gave up and just ate everything in sight. What I did was this. When I wanted something, anything, instead of saying, "I can't have that," I said, "Of course I can have it. I can choose," and I meant it. I can have it. I'm allowed. I'm in control. And do you know what happened? In that moment, the panic dropped. That urgency softened because there was no longer anything to rebel against. Now, that doesn't mean I immediately ate it. Here's the little shift that made all the difference. After I gave myself permission, I would gently ask myself, could I wait 5 minutes? And if you're desperate, even 1 minute would work. Yes, you can set a timer even if necessary. But could I wait 5 minutes? Not forever, not be good, not start tomorrow, just 5 minutes. And I could usually do that. 5 minutes feels doable. Even my dramatic brain could handle 5 minutes. And then sometimes after the 5 minutes, I'd say, all right, how about another 5? And so on. And sometimes I would, and sometimes I wouldn't. And here's the important part. There was no pressure. In the 5 minutes I was waiting, I wasn't sitting outside my fridge with my fork poised, ready for attack, or scissors ready to cut the top off the chips bag when the 5 minutes was up. If I didn't wait, fine. If I did, fine. Because I wasn't trying to control myself. I was learning how to be with myself. I could choose. I had the control. There was never I can't, but only I can. And that's very different. Now, sometimes, after those few minutes, something interesting would happen. The urge would soften, but not always disappear, but soften. And sometimes I'd think, I don't actually need that right now. But other times, well, I still wanted it. And this is where I used to go wrong. Because before, if I gave in and ate it, I'd eat it fast, inhaling it almost like I was trying to get away with something. And all the while, I'd be calling myself every name in the book. You know the ones. Here I go again. What's wrong with me? I have no control. I can't stick to anything. And I'd be eating and insulting myself at the exact same time. Which, by the way, completely ruins the experience. I mean, if you're going to eat the pie or whatever your food of choice, you might as well taste it. I'm sure eating all the while cursing yourself is really good for your health, right? So I changed that too. If I decided to eat it, I ate it, but differently. I'd cut it into like smaller bites, put the fork, spoon, or forklift down between bites, actually chewed it 15 to 20 or more times before I picked up those utensils again. And this is the important part. I let myself enjoy it. No commentary, no insults, no running dialogue about how I'd blown it again, just eating. And do you know what I started to notice? It didn't have the same frantic energy anymore. It wasn't this urgent, out of control moment. It became just eating, and something else happened. I didn't always want more. In the future videos, we'll discuss, what to do when eating out at restaurants or as a guest in someone's home. Because for the first time, I was actually experiencing it, not rushing through it, not trying to get it over with, not eating it like it was about to be taken away, just being there. And I realized something that really stayed with me. People who have normal relationships with food, they don't sit there calling themselves names. Well, they eat. They just eat. They enjoy it, and then they move on. There's no drama, no war, no punishment. And I thought, well, what if I tried that? Not perfectly, not all at once, just a little at a time. So if you take anything from this, let it be this. You don't have to say no to yourself. In fact, for many of us, no is the very thing that keeps the struggle going. Try this instead. When you want something, even if that little devil on your shoulder is sending you, what they do, pictures and tastes and smells, say, well, of course I can have it. And then gently ask, could I wait 5 minutes? And if you eat it slowly, kindly, without turning on yourself. Because the goal here isn't to become perfect. The goal is to become peaceful around food. And that doesn't come from control. It comes from understanding and a little bit of kindness, one bite at a time. These ideas that I have shared are only the beginning of a journey of behavior modification. And looking inside to discover what is hiding inside that propels you on your overeating. I want to help you feast on the bowl of life, as I like to call it. To no more be surrounding yourself with carbs and calories and weight scales and the insanity of the weight loss that consumes entire days, weeks, months, and yes, like me, even years. And it is so possible. I'm sharing with you one of the most important lessons I learned. Stop saying no, can't, shouldn't, and change it to yes, I can, and I choose. Always know the choice is entirely in your hands. And when you change the narrative, the doors that kept slamming, suddenly with small steps, begin to open a crack at a time until one day the door disappears. All the best on your steps going forward. I'm here to answer any questions you might have. If you will please take a minute to subscribe and like, as it helps share the message with others. Meanwhile, take care, keep smiling. Until the next time, bye for now.